Benson for the point. Back to Benner through the block and down. Back to pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Here in Central Valley, we are winding down through the season, and we will continue with all the action in this Region 2 volleyball matchup between the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Larimore Polar Bears. When we come back, we will have your Irie Insurance pregame show, coaches' comments, and more. All this coming up here on yourliveevent.com.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Hi, this is Tatum Limke with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. Drug and alcohol abuse impact many communities. Remember that strong family values, including open communication between parents and kids, helps keep all kids healthy and drug-free. Both school districts remind parents to support the various programs and activities that your kids are involved in and be a positive influence. I encourage all students to say no to drugs and alcohol and be involved in their school and community. This message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Hello and welcome back to our broadcast here on YourLiveEvent.com. I am Jerry Peralta here in Central Valley on the Irie Insurance pregame show. We are just moments away. We are just moments away from first serve, and we will get to see this Region 2 volleyball matchup between the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Larimore Polar Bears. We had both teams coming in tonight off of a loss, and we had a chance to talk to both coaches to hear what they had to say about tonight's matchup. Let's go ahead and hear what the head coach of the Larimore Polar Bears had to say, Carly Weber. Let's just see what she had to say for tonight.
Here on the Irie Insurance pregame coach's comments, here alongside the head coach of the Larimore Polar Bears, Coach Kaylee Weber. Excuse me. Coach, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Coach, obviously, not the season you hoped for, but I mean, what have you seen strengths-wise from the girls throughout this season?
That they're always willing to show up and give it all they got. They never look back, and they just keep on moving forward and bring it day in and day out through practices and games.
And you're going to be playing a very resilient Hillsboro Central Valley team. What are you going to have to do early on to take control?
Making sure our passes are there to the setters and not getting down right away, and making sure that we get our serves over. That's something that we have been struggling with lately. So just getting those key things in and playing together as a team.
And excuse me. And coming into tonight, how is the team doing? Is everybody healthy for tonight?
Yes, everybody is healthy and they're ready to go.
Coach, any other keys or final thoughts for tonight?
Oh, just have them go give it their all.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Passing and serve receive going to be the big factor for the Larimore Polar Bears. They want to be able to get the ball rolling and get some early points. As we saw last night, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros kind of struggled against the serve receive for Thompson. We'll see how they will counteract that. We also had a chance to talk with head coach of the Burros, Katie Colness, but we will get right back. We will get to that when we come back here on Your Live Event and continuing the Irie Insurance pregame show. All this and more here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Utter Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Today's sponsorship is provided in part by Anderson Cutting Horses, Roger and Connie Anderson. They wish all Burros the best in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities this school year. Roger and Connie Anderson of Anderson Cutting Horses are proud to have the students of Hillsboro and Central Valley represent our communities. Good luck, Burros, in all that you do. From Roger and Connie Anderson, Anderson Cutting Horses.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877.
Plug-in electric vehicles, or EVs, are growing rapidly in popularity, and the City of Hillsboro is offering home charger rebates to keep them running. EVs are safe, environmentally friendly, and cost less to operate than gas-powered vehicles, but it's the fun factor that gives EVs their biggest advantage. EV motors respond instantly, providing full torque immediately and smooth acceleration. Batteries located low in the vehicle mean improved ride and handling. The City of Hillsboro offers a $500 rebate for qualified home chargers. For details, visit bes.chooseev.com. This message from the City of Hillsboro.
Back here in Central Valley, we just heard from the head coach of the Larimore Polar Bears, Coach Carly Weber. Let's listen and see what Coach Katie Colness of the Burros had to say in regards to tonight's matchup coming off of the 3-0 loss to Thompson last night.
Here on the Irie Show pregame coach's comments, here with the head coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, Coach Katie Colness. And to get things going, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. You know, it's been a good Tuesday, and I'm excited to be here and have another game, and I know the girls are excited to have another home match here and another region match.
Yeah, definitely. And another game, quick turnaround last night. Obviously, didn't go your way. You played a tough Thompson team. Looking at last night, what did you see from the girls last night that's going to have to be brought tonight against Larimore?
You know, our passes, for the most part, I thought we were consistent. You know, there were a couple times in the middle of that first set against Thompson where our passes weren't great passes, so we weren't able to run the offense that we wanted to. So making sure that we are consistent with those passes tonight, that's going to be big for us, so that we can run all three of our hitters at all times. Another big thing is closing our block. You know, this team might be a little bit slower than Thompson about what we've been practicing, so we've got to adjust to it, but we still got to be quick and make sure we're there in time and then pressing and just getting that timing down, that defense down, so then our defense can work around.
And then looking at some of the stats for last night, it seemed like Thompson was able to control the serve-receive game a lot. What are you going to have to do to not let that be the case tonight?
You know, don't let them go on runs. I think that's the biggest thing. If they get a side out, make sure that we get that side out right back. You know, 1 or 2 points, max 2 points, and then get back in it and then string a couple ourselves together. I think that's going to be huge. Our girls haven't been serving as aggressive as they had been at the beginning of season, so we had that conversation that, you know, be confident in your serve, and that's going to be a huge part. And when we started to serve aggressively against Thompson last night, I thought it caused them to just struggle a little bit more here or there, and it allowed us to have being able to run our offense. So we just got to make sure that we start with that strong serve tonight here against Larimore.
And coming into tonight, how's the team looking? All healthy pretty much? Any injuries?
Yeah, no, all healthy. We do have that injury that happened at the beginning of season, and she finally got answers, and she won't be coming back to play, but she is still a part of our team, and we're just glad that she's still around. She's a huge part, a huge positive role model for those girls as a senior. But no, everyone else is good to go, so I got to knock on wood. But yeah, they're just all excited to get going.
Coach, any more keys or final thoughts for tonight?
Nope, just serve receive. Like I always say, we got to do that in order to be successful.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Serve, receive. That has been the mantra of the Burros this entire season, and the Burros wanting to be aggressive early off of the serve. You know, last night they let Thompson go on a couple of runs, and Coach Cole in this preface, they do not want to let Larimore go on any runs of their own, as it could just change the way things play out tonight. When we come back, we'll be continuing the Irie Insurance pregame show. and we'll look at both teams so far this season and look at what's ahead of their schedule as this season is fast approaching the end. All this and more coming up here on the Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
Farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273.
Excellent pay and a stable business. Get a sweet life and a great career with American Crystal Sugar Company. From mechanics to welders to electricians, we need motivated individuals for highly skilled positions. In addition to great benefits and room to advance your career, our work schedule gives you the personal time for everything that makes your life sweeter. Apply today at crystalsugar.com.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program. It's a young savers club with various incentives, newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to learn more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
You asked, how will Enbridge's Line 3 replacement help keep the environment safe? Well, nothing is more important to us than the safety of the environment and the people of Minnesota. That's why we're replacing an aging pipeline with much safer, state-of-the-art infrastructure along a route that avoids impacts to people and the environment. Safety and environmental protection are Enbridge's core values and the very foundation of our business. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Back here in Central Valley, we are mere moments away from first serve, but continuing the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance at irieins.com. And taking a look at both teams coming into tonight, Hillsboro, Central Valley, 8-9 overall, 3-3 in Region 2. The Burros coming into tonight off of a 3-0 sweep from Thompson last night. Sydney Colt played a big factor in the game as she had 9 kills on the night and was a highlight for the Burros offense, but struggles on the serve receive played a big factor as the Tommies were able to control the floor, serving several players with at least 9 or more service points on the night. And Burros definitely going to have to not allow that tonight against Larimore. The Burros, though, still very much alive in the playoffs, as this is still a long stretch of the region games for the Burros. Anything can happen, and the Burros after tonight will have a very long break, as they will not play again until next Tuesday when they go on the road to play Midway Minto. On the other hand, Larimore having a different season, a tougher season, as they are coming into tonight 3-10 overall, 2-8 in Region 2. And they are coming off currently on a 5-game losing streak, looking to snap that with a win over the Burros. The Polar Bears are coming off of a 3-1 loss to Nelson County, the most competitive they've been in this 5-game losing streak they're on. They currently just want to get off to a fast start tonight, control the serve receive, which the Burros struggled with last night, and get some runs going against the Burros. And they're going to have to make the Burros adjust their play to keep up with the Polar Bears, and in turn it could set up some strong offense for them. But we'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll go over some keys for tonight for both teams and take one more break to wrap up the Irie Insurance, and then get to your starting lineups. All this coming up here on yourliveevent.com.
Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. Go Boroughs!
Back here in Central Valley, we are mere minutes away. We will wrap up the Irie Insurance pregame show here. Looking at some keys for tonight for Hillsboro Central Valley, they are going to want to control the pace of the serve-receive game. Last night they seemed to struggle with it, but once they got their serve going and got more aggressive on the serve, they were able to control pretty much a good portion of the game. Larimore, on the other hand, wanting to take control early and get some momentum on their side and force Hillsboro Central Valley to adjust to their play. But we'll take one more break. When we come back, we will have your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, and we'll see first serve. All this coming up here on yourliveevent.com.
Do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Cruise on over to Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. The guys combine for over 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Keep yourself healthy and take advantage of the October savings at Hillsboro Drug and Give. Get your choice of DayQuil or NyQuil, just $6.99. Health Mart 24-count daytime multi-system liquid caps, $6.49. Health Mart arthritis pain topical gel is $11.99. Nature's Truth melatonin or hair, skin, nails, and collagen gummies, your choice, $7.79. Health Mart melatonin gummies, $7.49 at Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The story is told that the lumber yard in Hillsboro has been continuously operating on this same location since 1881. That means that although it has changed its name, appearance, and ownership a few times, we've been in business for 140 years. Proudly part of the Hillsboro community as one of the original businesses founded on serving our neighbors. And wouldn't you know, that business model still works after all this time. With a focus on customer service, Hillsboro Lumber welcomes you.
Back here in Central Valley as National Anthem wrapping up. Thanks to the Hillsboro Central Valley student section for singing that. Well, Irie Insurance pregame show has wrapped up, and for all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. But now let's go ahead and get to the American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. We'll go ahead and start with the starting lineups for the Larimore Polar Bears. Starting at number 1, Sadie Ahmet, this freshman, will get the start. Number 2, Madeline Hoverson, the sophomore. Number 3, Mercedes Hoverson, the junior. Number 7, Bethany Holzer, the senior. Number 10, Carly Petrin, the junior. And to round it out, Katie Nesdahl will round out the Polar Bears, the senior. And looking at the starting lineup for your Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, you have Olivia Anderson, the junior right hitter. Number 5, Molly Smeldon, the sophomore setter. Number 7, Krista Ackerman, the junior middle hitter. Number 9, Matea Ahrens, the junior outside hitter. Number 11, Stella Benson, the outside hitter. Number 12, Sydney Culp, the middle hitter. And to round that out, number 17, the libero, Paige Bishop, the sophomore defensive setter. And she will be wearing the white uni tonight for the Burros. The Burros wearing the blue tops with navy blue letterings. The Polar Bears on the other side wearing the pink tops with black lettering, and the libero wearing the all black with pink numbering on it. That has been the American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. And once again, learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. Just mere moments away, both squads are going to go to the middle of the net, shake hands, and we will be underway. Burros coming into tonight off of a 3-0 loss to Thompson, looking to redeem themselves. But after tonight, they will have about a week before their next matchup when they play Midway Minto. On the other hand, the Polar Bears just wanting to snap a 5-game losing streak and give themselves a much-needed confidence boost. And we will see how that all shakes out here in the moments as both squads huddle up and we will get ready. Sydney Culp for the Burros last night, the leader of the group, having 9 kills on the night. Definitely going to be looking for her to get going early again and quick. Getting lineups sorted out, waiting for some subs. Kelsey Gimmel will be coming onto the floor. She waits to sub in as the judge clears everything. And Gimmel comes in. She subs in for Madeline Hoverson. And the Polar Bears will serve first. So the first serve coming up here. Paige Bishop, the libero, wearing the white top with blue numberings on it. She waits to check back in. And she checks in for Krista Ackerman. And I was incorrect. It looks like the Burros will be serving first. Molly Smeldon will get things going. Burros wanting to be aggressive on their serve here to start. And Smeldon immediately gets it across, and the Polar Bears get it over in 3. And Sydney Culp on the attack, dug back up by Gimmel. Sent back across by Petrin. And the Burros get it set up for Sydney Culp, and Culp floats that one over for the first kill. Burros with the start, getting the start that they wanted. Sent back across, and that's going to be too much. Service error for the Burros. Molly Smeldon. And back to serve for the Bears is Carly Petrin. Petrin going back across, received by Bishop. Set up by Smeldon. And on the attack was Olivia Anderson. She'll get the kill. Smeldon off of the assist. So back to serve is Matea Ahrens. Received by Libby McDonald, and they won't be able to corral it. That'll be another point for the Burros. Matea Ahrens back to serve, gets it across. Received by Gimmel. Set up by Nesdal. Dug up by Benson. And getting across is Culp. Nesdal sets it up for Holter. Smeldon passes over to Benson, and her attack is going to be good for the kill. Stella Benson getting going early. Ahrens on the serve, received by Gimmel. Pass over by Nesdal. Just floating that one across. Smeldon keeps it alive on her dig. Culp sends it over in 3, and she finds the back line for the kill. Culp just had to get it over in 3, and luckily just in the right spot at the right time. As we have a sub coming on the floor for the Bears, Addie Larson will check in as Matea Ahrens will continue to serve. Received by Gimmel. Larson couldn't control that one. It'll be another point for the Burros. Matea Ahrens once again back to serve. Received by Gimmel. Larson just trying to poke that one across. Can't get it over the net. Point for the Burros. So far, struggles early for the Polar Bears. Not the way that they wanted to get this going. As Gimmel on the receive. Sadie Ahmet passes back to Bethany Holter, and Holter will get the kill. Back to serve for the Polar Bears is Mercedes Hoverson, received by Bishop. Smeldon sets up for Benson. Benson just getting it over the net, and the kill. Kelsey Gimmel comes back onto the floor for the Polar Bears. Sydney Culp goes back to serve. Sends that one across, received by Gimmel. Ahmet passes over to the middle. Smeldon passing back to Culp, and Culp on her attack just finds the line for the kill. And from the 10-foot line, Sydney Culp put some mustard on that one. Received by Larson, and she can't control it, and that'll be a service ace. Culp gets on across. Larson receives. Ahmet passing over to Hoverson, and Madeline Hoverson can't get it across. It'll be another point for the Burros. Burros take the commanding lead to start, and Coach Carly Weber will call her first timeout. We'll take a timeout here as well. Here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, the Burros lead the Polar Bears 11-2.
The Hillsboro Vets Club is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they hope that you enjoy the coverage of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes all fans to the Vets Club after the games. After the home football games, of course, it's pizza at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And they also want to say thank you for all of your support, including the recent corn feed, as those proceeds will benefit community, youth, and veteran activities through the community. Good luck, Burros, from everyone at the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Back here in Central Valley, here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Tim Cassette Seed Sales, call them at 701-430-80. 0877. The Burros currently lead the Polar Bears 11-2. Coming off of the timeout, and that'll be another point for the Burros as the Bears just couldn't corral that one, and it goes off the net. Sydney Culp going back to serve yet again. And this time it'll be a service error for Culp, and the Bears get this one right back. So Sadie Ahmet will serve for the Bears. Gets that one just across, dug up by Olivia Anderson. Pass back to Smeldon, gets it over in 3. Ahmet just trying to keep it alive, but none of her teammates could catch up with that, and it'll drop to the floor for a point by the Burros. Maddie Olson comes onto the floor to serve for the Burros. And she'll just hit the net. It'll be a service error. Point for the Polar Bears. Bethany Holter back to serve. Off of the let serve, that'll be a service ace for Bethany Holter. Stella Benson diving on the dig for it, couldn't come up with it. Almost kept alive by Matea Ahrens. That'll be another service ace for the Bears. Bethany Holter finding her stride here, the senior, really wanting to take control for her team early. Off of the Culp's hands, and she can't corral. That's a third straight service ace for the Polar Bears. Bethany Holter bringing them back in it as they're only down 13-7. Received by Culp. Anderson passes back over to Culp, who tries to get over. She does, but it'll go out of play. Point for the Polar Bears. And Paige Bishop comes in for Sydney Culp. Four straight service points for the Bears. Bethany Holter a big part of that. Paige Bishop passes over to Stella Benson, and off of the attack by Matea Ahrens, trying to get that one across. The Polar Bears do, and that'll be a kill by Madeline Hoverson. And we have a timeout by the by the Burros. We'll take a timeout here as well. Here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, the Burros lead 13-9 here in set 1 on yourliveevent.com.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Back here in Central Valley, coming off of the timeout, the Burros giving up four straight service point, or 5 straight points to the Polar Bears, and they've allowed them to come back in. This Paige Bishop on the receive. Anderson passes over to Ahrens, dug up in the back by Gimmel, and the Polar Bears just get it across in 3. Anderson passes over to Stella Benson, who just flips someone across, and Addie Larson, getting it across, and she'll get the kill. Just got over the net barely, and she was able to find the sweet spot there. And that'll be the service error for Bethany Holter, but not before she was able to put up 5 straight service points for the Polar Bears and make this a 4-point set. Dug up, received by Gilmore. Ahmet passing over to Petrin, who just gets it over. Bishop passing down to for Anderson, or Olsen, excuse me. And off of the attack by Ahrens, it'll be good for the kill. Back to serve for the Burros is Stella Benson. Received by Petrin. Ahmet gets it across. Olsen sets up for Smeldon, that was Krista Ackerman, and Ackerman putting some juice behind that gets the kill. Stella Benson to serve yet again. Get someone across. Petrin there to get it, and Sadie Ahmet couldn't come up with it, or didn't have the momentum, excuse me. And that one just falls on the ground. Another point for the Burros. And going back across is Krista Ackerman, goes through a double block. She will get the kill. Burros lead 18-10 here. Going on a pretty good, nice run. Benson gets it across, dug up by Gimmel. Ahmet setting up for Petrin, who just gets it across. Bishop passing down to Olsen and tipped back by Petrin, and Petrin will get the kill. Great read there as Carly Petrin saw where it was going to land, just decided to poke it right back down, and the Burros couldn't come up with it. Trying to keep that one alive. Paige Bishop and Maddie Olsen couldn't sustain that one, and it'll be another point for the Bears. Madeline Hoverson will serve, received by Matea Ahrens. Smeldon going across, dug up by Bethany Holter. Addie Larson passing over to Petrin. Maddie Olsen sets up for Smeldon, and off of the attack by Ackerman. Ahmet passes over to Petrin, and she's blocked at the net. The Bears keep it alive, though, and off of the attack by Mercedes Hoverson, it goes wide, well out of play, and it'll be a point for the Burros. Paige Bishop back to serve. Dug up by Larson. Passed over by Petrin and sent across by Holter. It's kept alive as Benson gets it over in 3 for the Burros. Ahmet trying to get that one, set that one up, and none of her teammates, a little bit of miscommunication there. As that hits the floor, point for the Burros. Paige Bishop will serve yet again. Dug up by Gimmel. Pass over from Sadie Ahmet. And Carly Petrin couldn't get that one over, and it'll be another point for the Burros. Going back, and excuse me, that was Kelsey Gimmel almost keeping it alive, but it goes wide to the right and ends up in the bleachers on the far side there. Another point for the Burros. As Tommy Trudell comes back in, or comes onto the floor. Bishop serves this one across, dug up by Gimmel. It's passed over from Ahmet, and the Burros can't keep that one alive, and that'll be a kill for Carly Petrin. Larson back to serve, received by Bishop. Olsen passing across to Culp. Culp on the attack is dug up by Holter, and nobody read that. Another bit of miscommunication there, and that'll be a kill for Sydney Culp. Her 4th kill of the night. Tommy Trudell back to serve, received by Gimmel. And Larson trying to keep it alive, and it'll go off the back wall. Another point for the Burros. Set point coming up here. And if you're Coach Colness, this is exactly how you want to get things going. And sent back by Trudell. Ahmet getting it over to Petrin. And Olsen just getting that over in 3 for the Burros. Ahmet passing over for Petrin, and she is blocked at the net by Culp. I want to say she was blocking that by Culp and Matea Ahrens. So that'll do it here in set number 1. The Burros take it 25-13. Here on the Farmers Union Insurance in between sets report for auto, farm, home, and business. Visit Ryan Opta, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. The Burros just took control early on, and they really did not let go throughout the entire set. It did look like that the Polar Bears would come back off of 6 straight points and 5 straight service points thanks to Bethany Holter. but thanks to the efforts of Matea Ahrens, Paige Bishop at the service line, the Burros were able to extend their lead, and Sydney Culp just continuing what she did last night, putting up 4 straight kills, a block, and a 3 service points. Excuse me. This has been your Farmers Union Insurance pre-game or in between sets report for auto, farm, home, and business. Visit with Ryan Opdahl at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. When we come back, we'll see the start of set number 2, but Burros win set number 1, 25-13 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Back here in Central Valley as we get set for the start of set number 2. The Burros took set number 1, 25-13, looking to continue what they did in that first set, and as they got on a roll early, putting up some quick points, and it seemed like the Polar Bears were going to be able to claw their way back thanks to 6 straight points, but it would be for naught as the Burros just extended their lead. As Colt passes back to Benson, who gets it over in 3. That's dug up by Katie Nesdahl. And that's just going to go off the net. Both Culp and Olivia Anderson were there. And that'll get things going for the Burros as they will take the first point in set number 2. Matea Ahrens will serve it off the let serve. That'll be a service ace. Matea Ahrens had four service points in the first set and now got her 5th, received by Gimmel. That's poked across by Bethany Holter. The Burros can't corral that, and that'll be a point for the Polar Bears. Mercedes Hoverson back to serve for the Polar Bears. Gets this one across, received by Ahrens. Smeldon sets up for Culp, and Culp goes off the net, and she'll get the kill. Kill number 5 for Culp tonight as she goes back to serve for the Burros. Burros having a tough loss last night, getting swept by Thompson 3-0, and so far looking like a much different team. Smeldon sets up for Culp, who go from the 10-foot line, gets that over. That'll be a kill as the Polar Bears just couldn't get control of that, and it'll go over well behind the antenna. Culp back to serve yet again. Received by the Polar Bears. They're going to get this one across in 3. Bethany Holter. Culp passes over to Smeldon, who sets up for Stella Benson, and Benson will get the kill. Sydney Culp will get this one across and couldn't come up with it with Carly Petra, and it'll be a service ace for Sydney Culp. Sydney Culp, only a junior, and just seeing all the experience from her so far. That veteran mindset as Bethany Holter sends that one well out of bounds. That'll be another point for the Burros. 7-1 lead for the Burros here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Gimmel off of the receive, couldn't get it. And that'll be another service ace for Culp. And with that, it'll be a timeout on the floor by Coach Carly Weber. We'll take a timeout as well. Here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, here in set number 2, Hillsboro Central Valley leads Larimore 8-1.
Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Back back here in Central Valley, coming off of the timeout. The Burros taking control fairly quickly, as Culp has put up 4 straight service points for the Burros in this set, which has given them an 8-1 lead. Pass over by Nesdal, and that's just going to get over by Holter. And Ahrens gets that one, or excuse me, Ackerman gets that across for the Burros, but Stella Benson off of the dig. Culp passing back to Smeldon, who gets it over in 3. Petrin passes over to Nesdal, who tries to set up for Madeline Hoverson, and she'll get the kill. So Madeline Hoverson getting that kill. Well-placed timeout by head coach Carly Weber of the Polar Bears to throw off the momentum of the Burros, as we will see Addie Larson come back out onto the floor to serve. Dug up by received by Benson. Pass from Olivia Anderson over to Matea Ahrens. The Polar Bears off the attack, blocked, and the Burros just get it over. That'll be a kill for Olivia Anderson. She will win the joust against Madeline Hoverson. And it seemed like it was going to end in disaster. Ball got really close to the ground, but the Burros were able to control that, as Maddie Olson comes back onto the floor to serve, and she'll get things going here with the service ace. The Burros bringing the energy here early, as that's received by Amet. Nesdal passes over to Holter, who just gets across. Olsen passing back to Culp, who on her attack can't be corralled, and just getting over the net, but well out of play from the Polar Bears. That'll be a point for the Burros. Polar Bears bouncing that off of 3 different players, but just not able to control it. Nesdal passes over to Holter, and she's blocked at the net, and that'll be a point for the Burros. Both Krista Ackerman and Stella Benson on the block. As Maddie Olson will serve. And she'll continue her good streak here as she gets a service ace. Going from left to right across your screen. Received by Petra, as Olson passes back for Smeldon, and Culp gets the kill. Set up by Smeldon. She'll get the assist, but Culp at the 10-foot line sent it down with some authority. And we will see Ella Forseth come out onto the floor. Maddie Olson will serve. Received by Petrin, as Gimmel passes back to Hoverson, who gets it across. Culp off the dig. Set up by Olson. Benson gets it across. Petrin on her dig. Nesdal passes over to Holter, as the ball is dug up yet again by Olson. And just trying to get that across was Krista Ackerman. Couldn't do it. That'll be a point for the Polar Bears. Snaps a good run there by Maddie Olson at the serve line, as Holter will serve for the Polar Bears. Forseth passes back to Culp, who gets it across. Culp on the dig. Olson sets up for Ackerman, and Ackerman will get the kill. Coach Colness talked about it, trading tit for tat. If they'll get a point off of a side out, you have to find a way to put a point up. You do not want to let the Polar Bears go on runs, and that'll be a service ace for Stella Benson. The Burros in second set have just maintained control, only giving up 3 points so far. Received by Gimmel. Nesdal passing back to Petrin, who can't get it over in 3. That'll be another point for the Burros. Going across with it. And that'll be a service ace for Benson. And we have another timeout by Coach Carly Weber. We'll take another timeout here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. The Burros lead the Polar Bears in set number 2, 18-3, here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
Back here in Central Valley, coming off of the timeout, the Burros currently lead 18-3 in set number 2. And it's been pretty dominant. That serve-receive game has been crucial here in the second set, as several players have just shined in serving. Pulp off the dig. Olsen sets up for Ackerman, whose attack is dug up. And Petron gets it across. Benson off the dig. Olsen sets up for Ahrens. That's dug up by Gimmel. Nesdal sets up for Petron off the attack. Dug up by Benson. And Ahrens gets it across. Holter passing back to Nesdal. And just going over is Holverson. But that'll be dug up by Benson as Ahrens gets that one across. Benson off the dig yet again. Culp passing over. Was trying to get that one to Ella Forseth. They'll go off her hands. Point for the Polar Bears. Madeline Hoverson back to serve. It'll be received by Culp, and it'll be a service ace. Madeline Hoverson back to serve yet again. Received by Ahrens this time, and it'll be another ace. Hoverson sends this one across. Benson off the dig, or off the receive, and another ace. Signs of set number 1, where Bethany Holter was able to put up five straight service points on a 6-point run. As Ahrens passes over to Olsen, and that's set up for Ackerman, and Ackerman will get the kill. Overson got 3 straight service points. All three of them were aces. As Paige Bishops will go back to serve for the Burros. That's dug up by Holter, and off of the kill by Culp. Or excuse me. I want to say that was Ahrens. Sent back across by Bishop. Dug up by Bethany Holter. And can't get it over is Mercedes Hoverson. That'll be another point for the Burros. Bishop gets it across. Dug up by Amet. Pass over from Petron. Mercedes Hoverson gets it across in 3. And Culp off the attack. LSA net violation by the Polar Bears. Point for the Burros. Bishop back to serve yet again. Received by the Polar Bears. Nesdal passing over to Mercedes Hoverson, and she can't get it over in 3. Another point for the Burros. Paige Bishop. Received by Holter, and Nesdal couldn't control it. They'll go out of play. Service ace for Bishop. And Burrows doing a great job on the serve receive as they're maintaining complete control. As Holter gets that one over to Nesdal. Petron on the attack, and that'll go well out of play. And that'll wrap things up here as the Burros take the set number 2, 25-7 here. And before we take a break, we'll once again go to our Farmers Union Insurance in-between set report. Completely different set from the first one as the Burros took an early lead, and they led by as much as 13-7, or 13-3, excuse me. And they would take control, and the service game was a big factor. Madison Olsen Sydney Culp and Paige Bishop all ending set number 2 with 4 service points. Culp, though, continuing what she did in the first set as she had 4 kills. On the Polar Bears, on the other hand, Madeline Hoverson showing signs of life as she put up 3 straight service points and got a kill in that set. And Polar Bears not as competitive in that one, but Madeline Hoverson was definitely a bright spot in there. That'll do it for your Farmers Union Insurance in between sets report for Auto Farm Home and Business. Visit with Ryan Opdahl at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. When we come back, we'll see the start of set number 3 as the Burros take set number 2, 25-7 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
Olson Hardware in Hillsboro welcomes you to stop in. Find all of your hardware needs. If you're doing yard and garden work, Olson Hardware has the lawn and garden tools, rakes, shovels, hose, and more, plus all of your lawn care needs too. If you're getting ready to do your outdoor projects this summer, stop by Olson Hardware, pick up your paint, stains, and all of the accessories. And if you're in need of a mattress upgrade, be sure to stop in and check out the amazing Rest Mattress. Olson Hardware can repair your major appliances too. They are your full-service hardware store, Olson Hardware in Hillsboro. Stop in today.
Back here in Central Valley as we get start for set number 3 as the Burros take set 1, 25-13, and then take set number 2, 25-7. And the Polar Bears just looking for any sign of life here as they want to crawl their way back and send this into extra sets. As we will see Molly Smeldon go back to serve for the Burros. He gets that one across. Gimmel off to the receive. Nesdahl passing over to Mercedes Hoverson, excuse me. And she'll find the ground and get the first kill for the Polar Bears in set number 3. Carly Petron will serve. And Cole gets that one over, but it'll be a lift call as she mistimed the jump there. So Polar Bears take an early 2-0 lead in set number 3 as Petron gets this one across. Paige Bishop receives it. Smeldon passing over for Benson, who gets it across on 3. Petron passes up to Nesdahl, who gets that one back for Holzer, who gets it over in 3. And Holzer once again blocked at the net. Petron back to Holzer, who gets it across. Benson sets up for Smeldon. And Aaron's getting it over in 3. Nesdahl passes up for Mercedes Hoverson and dug up by Smeldon. And Aaron's going back across with it. Nesdahl sets up for Holter. And she is blocked at the net yet again. What a rally we're seeing as Paige Bishop goes back across. And Paige Bishop closes this one out. And she'll get the kill. Quite the rally we were seeing. Neither side giving an inch as Matea Aarons goes back to serve. Dug up by Petron. Nesdahl sets. It'll hit the net. And Bethany Holter couldn't get it over. And a little bit of confusion for the judges as to what the call was going to be. They finally say 4 hits. As Aaron sends this one back across. Dug up by Holter. Nesdahl sets up, and that's going to be attacked by Amet. And Smeldon off of her attack will go well out of play. It'll be a point for the Polar Bears. Mercedes Hoverson will go back to serve for the Polar Bears. That's received by Aarons. And Culp on the attack, and she'll get the kill. Well, you need a spark from your team. You're having trouble. Sydney Culp will get that for you. As she gets her 9th kill of the game so far. Tying for what she did last night, she gets a service ace. And Sydney Culp yet again serving, gets another service ace. Just finding the right spots as Carly Petrin couldn't come up with that. Off of the receive, Sydney Culp back to serve yet again. Dug up by Kelsey Gimmel. Nesdahl trying to pass that one. I think she was trying to pass over to Bethany Holter, and it'll hit the net. That'll be another point for the Burros. Culp, serve received by Petrin. Nesdahl passes back to Holter, and Holter will hit that one out of play. Point for the Burros. Culp, yet again, received by Amet. Nesdahl sets Holter off the attack. It will hit the net, and point for the Burros. So far in this set, a lot of the points that the Burros are getting are coming off of just miscues by the Polar Bears. As Gimmel gets the receive, it goes back across, pass back over to Olivia Anderson. Set up for Smeldon, and Molly Smeldon gets the kill. That's received by the Polar Bears, but that'll be a kill for Krista Ackerman. Culp gets this one across, and it'll bounce off the shoulder of Kelsey Gimmel, and a service ace for Culp. So far on a 5-point run here, or 5 points at the service line, and 6-point run so far for the Burros. Getting it across is Mercedes Hoverson, and she'll find the back line for a kill. Actually, that was not Mercedes Hoverson. That was Madeline Hoverson off the kill. And that'll be a service error by Addie Larson. Point for the Burros. Burros lead here 12-4 on the Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard. As Maddie Olson comes back to serve for the Burros. Received by Gimmel. That's going to bounce off the ceiling as Nesdahl couldn't control that. It'll be a point for the Burros. Olson back to serve, dug up by Larson. Nesdahl sets as Madeline Hoverson tries to get across. She's blocked, but they do. Stella Benson off of the attack, has a spot, and she'll get the kill. In a vicinity where there were no Polar Bears, Benson just put some heat on that. Olson gets that one across, received by Gimmel. Nesdahl sets up for Holter, dug up by Culp. Olson sets up for Tommy Trudell. That'll go out of play, point for the Polar Bears. Bethany Holter back to serve. Received by Culp, can't control it. It'll be a point for the Polar Bears. Holter with her 6th service point of the night. Received by Benson. Olson keeps it alive. Ackerman going back across with it. Dug up by Holter. Nesdahl trying to go back to Holter. Goes out of play. Point for the Burros. Stella Benson will serve for the Burros. I have not mentioned this, but this game is worth 2 points in the NDHSAA standings, as this is the only time these two teams will face off against each other. And the Burros block the ball at the net, but they'll get called for a lift. And a point goes for the Polar Bears, as Madeline Hoverson will go back to serve. And Hoverson hits the net, service error. And we will see Paige Bishop come back out onto the floor to serve for the Burros. She has 7 service points on the night so far. Dug up by Larson, or received by Larson. Nesdahl sets up for Mercedes Hoverson, who hits the net. Net violation, so point for, or excuse me, It'll be a point actually for Larimore as they call it a net violation by the Burros. As Katie Nesdal serves, received by Aaron, saved or pancaked by Olsen and sent back over by Culp. As Petrin trying to get across, she's blocked at the net by Culp. That'll be a point for the Burros. And coming onto the floor, we'll see Hannah Kosmatka to serve. And a little bit of confusion on who was supposed to get that one as both Holter and Gimmel collide for it. That'll be a service error for Kosmatka. Sends this one across. Dug up by Holter. Set up for Nesdal. Petrin going across. Dug up by Benson's pass from Motska. And Aarons can't get it over. Point for the Polar Bears. As Carly Petrin will go back to serve. Dug up by Aarons. Set up by Kosmatka. Culp gets it over in 3. Polar Bears trying to go back across. Dug up by Aarons. Set by Kosmatka. Aarons off for the attack. Petrin with the dig. And we'll see Holter attack, but she'll hit that one too far. It'll be a point for the Burros. 10-point game here in set number 3. Burros looking to close this one out. Polar Bears wanting to send this into extra sets. Sent across. Received by Petrin. Nesdal sets for Holter. She gets it across. Dug up by Culp. Kosmatka sets for Benson. Floats this one across and she'll get the kill. As we'll see a substitution, we'll see Allie Kritzberger come onto the floor to serve. Sends this one across, dug up by Gimmel, or received by Gimmel. Nesdal passes over to Ahmet, who sends it across. Kosmatka with the dig, goes over for Anderson, off the attack for Culp. Holter gets it through a double block, and she'll get the kill. Mercedes Hoverson goes back to serve for the Polar Bears. It's received by Bishop. As Anderson keeps it alive, sent back across by Aarons. As Nesdal trying to keep it alive, it'll be 4 hits off of the Polar Bears and point for the Burros. Culp back to serve, gets someone across. Gimmel trying to keeps it alive as Nesdal pokes it across. Kosmatka sets and Olivia Anderson's blocked at the net. It'll be a 4-hit call. And a point for the Polar Bears. As we'll see Addie Larson come back out onto the floor. That's dug up by Culp. Benson sets back for Anderson, who gets it across. Dug up by Petrin. Nesdal sets. Holter getting it across. She does, but Allie Kritzberger with the pancake dig as Nesdal can't get the ball over the net. Point for the Burros. See Maddie Olson check in onto the floor, and we'll also see Tommy Trudell check in to the game. Or have to wait for the whistle's call, or for the judge's call. And so now both Maddie Olson and Tommy Trudell come in. Olsen served, received by Gimmel. Nesdal sets up for Holter off of the attack as Kritzberger gets the dig. Kept alive. Benson going across in 3 as Amat passes over to Nesdal, who gets up for Holter. And the Burros off of the attack. Benson going back with it as Holter keeps it alive. Petrin gets it over as Culp passes over to Olsen. And off of the attack by Ackerman, finds the ground, and Ackerman will get the kill. Ackerman with her kill number 5 for her on the night. And we'll see Isabel Sunby, or Izzy Sunby, come onto the floor. Maddie Olson serves, received by Petrin, and going back with it, finding the spot, and that's going to be another kill for Krista Ackerman. Match point here for the Burros. Olson dug up by Petrin. Amet sets for Holter, and Holter's blocked at the net, and going back with it is the Burros, and that'll be a kill for Tommy Trudell, and that does it. And here at the end of the third set, the Burros win it 3 sets to 0, winning the first set 25-13, winning the second set 25-7, and winning the third set 25-11. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have all of your post-game report here on yourliveevent.com.
To providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, Struby, President of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here in Central Valley as we are wrapping up, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros come away victorious with a 3-0 sweep against the Larimore Polar Bears. They'll win set number 1, 25-13, set number 2, 25-7, and set number 3, 25-11. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros will move up to 9-9 overall, an even 500, and then they'll move up to 4-3 in region play. While the Polar Bears, on the other hand, will drop to 3-11 overall, 2-9 in region play. Looking at some of the stats, the serve game was definitely the big key for the Burros' successes, as we have 5 different players on the Burros squad with over 6 service points. I mean, you can't get any better than that. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, Halstead Telephone Company, Post-Game Connection, and Enbridge Player of the Game, and we'll hopefully get to talk with Coach Katie Colness and a couple of the Burros. Burros win it here, 3-0 here on yourliveevent.com.
A short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro's Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the Burros. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. Go Burros!
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here in Central Valley, here on YourLiveEvent.com. Here with us right now is Allie Kritzberger. And Allie, congrats on the big win. And what did you see out there from your team tonight compared to last night and the 3-0 loss to Thompson?
So in Thompson, we started out really well, and I was really impressed, like, going crazy on the bench and stuff. And then we just kind of lost it. And then tonight we had a slow beginning, but then we kind of picked it up. We're like, oh yeah, we need to win. So we picked up our feet and we got a big lead and got to put some of our bench players in.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, how did it feel to go out on the floor tonight? I mean, you guys had the big leads throughout.
Yeah. I'm libero for JV, and I've been on the bench most of the season. So this is my first time going in tonight, and it was like Colness said my name and I was like, what?
Almost unreal, right?
Yeah, I thought she said someone else's name, and she was like, Allie, go. And I was like, okay. So I just went in.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously Coach Colness likes to harp on the serve-receive game. And in your opinion, how do you feel your team was able to control that? I mean, you have several different players here with over 6 service points in the night so far.
I think for our serve receiving, we were kind of shanking a few times, and then for our serve, I think we served pretty well tonight. So.
And luckily now that you get a very long and needed break, I would say. Yeah. So after 2 games back-to-back, and then you will go on the road next week to play Midway Minto. Yep. I mean, a lot of excitement going on for your team. I won't keep you here too long. Thank you, Allie. And congrats on the big win tonight. And also with us here, we have here, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will have our next interview here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive, cars, pickups, semis, and more. The guys combine for over 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Back here in Central Valley, here along with me now is Krista Ackerman. And Krista, congrats on the big win. And what did you see from your team out there tonight compared to last night?
Tonight we really just brought energy, and we were ready to play and get this win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Your offense got going really quickly, and you were able to contribute a lot of it yourself. How are you guys able to get your offense going so much quicker than last night?
I think just the energy and our we had really high energy, and that really just helps you get motivated yourself to get up there, kill that ball, and get us some points.
Yeah, definitely. And the serve-receive game, and as Allie put it, it was kind of shaky at moments, but you guys were still able to take control. How did that attribute to your success?
Well, we always work on serve receive, and that helped us a lot this game. We started out a little bit rough, but we figured it out, and that and the serving really just helped us to get quicker offense and get those points in.
Yeah, and now you get to enjoy a relatively extended break before you're back on the road next week. I mean, what's the feeling like now that you're going to have a little bit more time before your next game? You're not immediately jumping back into it on Thursday.
Yeah, we're just going to prepare for Tuesday's game in Minto and come there with some energy and hopefully get another win.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, Krista, congrats on the big win.
Thank
and,
you.
good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
That was Krista Ackerman alongside us here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have Coach Colness with us. The Burros win it here in Central Valley, 3-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Keep your and take advantage of the October savings at Hillsboro Drug and Give. Get your choice of Dayquil or NyQuil, just $6.99. Health Mart 24-count daytime multi-system liquid caps, $6.49. Health Mart arthritis pain topical gel is $11.99. Nature's Truth melatonin or hair, skin, nails, and collagen gummies, your choice, $7.79. Health Mart melatonin gummies, $7.49 at Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back here in Central Valley, here alongside me is head coach Katie Colness of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. And, Coach, congrats on the big win. And what did you see out there from your girls tonight compared to last night?
Thank you. I thought tonight the girls did a really good job with their serve receive pass. You did see that lull that we had in that first set, which allowed Larimore to string 5 or 6 points there. But it was great that we were able to come back, get our energy back, get the momentum back, and then finish that first set. And I thought just all the way around, they adjusted well. The hitters on the other side, the sets weren't as quick as they had been in the last competitions, but our blockers were like, no, we still need to be low though. We got to be closing. It's hard to read right now where they're going to go, so we got to get up there fast. And so that was great to just hear that, because I would have said that too. But it was good that they figured that out on their own, and they were able to make those adjustments. And it was just it was a good win for us.
Yeah, and you look at the serve receive, several players with 6 or more service points on the night. I mean, how did you get that kind of success on the serve game?
I thought the girls served aggressively tonight, and that was good. That's one thing that we talked about. That was missing at the beginning there. We had too many service errors. I said, we're not trying anything new. We just want to serve aggressively, and that was one thing that we had talked about after that first time out there in that first set. And I thought the girls did a great job of turning that around and being aggressive in that back row, which I thought Larimore struggled a little bit picking those up, and that was kudos to our servers.
Yeah, and definitely, and I have to ask, what was said in between the first and second set? Because it was more of a tight matchup in set number 1, but set number 2, you just took control and get the 25-7 win in set number 2.
Yeah, not a lot was said. Actually, a lot was said. The girls were just excited. That first set victory, it was great to get that, especially after last night's loss, and it just gave them the momentum and the confidence that they needed to finish off the rest of this match.
And after tonight, you get a much-needed break, as you won't be playing again until next week when you're on the road and against Midway Minto. And I mean, what's going to be the preparation like for this week?
Just get in, tweak a couple of those skills. Last week we had a great, full week off where we got to work on those things, and then just get a lot of playing in, a lot of scrimmaging, varsity on varsity, varsity JV, just all different drills where it's 6-on-6 on that court, just to keep going, and gelling together and allowing us to just push this end of the season. I can't believe that we really only have like a week and a half left of regular season before tournament times. It just flew by so fast. So this is the time where we got to just gel together and got to push through as a team.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It feels like it's over before it's even begun. Probably one last thing is, we got to see a lot of players who don't get a lot of playing time. Ella Forseth, Allie Kritzberger, and Hannah Kosmatka. I mean, what was that like for them? Like, what were some of their reactions? I know Allie was pretty shocked. She almost didn't believe you were calling her name out on the floor.
Yeah. It was great. The girls did what they were supposed to do and allow those teammates to get out there. And those teammates have been working hard, and they just showed that on the court. They got to prove it a little bit. They got to play with the team in a match, and I thought they did a great job in the positions that they were given, and they did their role that they were supposed to do out there. that was great. We want to have that. If I could, I'd have every girl on that court at all times. This group of girls is an awesome group of girls. That's not the case, and so tonight that was just great that they were able to do that, and then they went out and played well.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck next Tuesday. Enjoy the well-earned break.
Yes, thank you.
Coach Katie Colness of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have our Enbridge Player of the Game here on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro has been continuously operating on this same location since 1881. That means that although it has changed its name, appearance, and ownership a few times, we've been in business for 140 years. Proudly part of the Hillsboro community as one of the original businesses founded on serving our neighbors. And wouldn't you know, that business model still works after all this time. With a focus on customer service, Hillsboro Lumber welcomes you. The Hillsboro Vets Club is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they hope that you enjoy the coverage of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes all fans to the Vets Club after the games. After the home football games, of course, it's pizza at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And they also want to say thank you for all of your support, including the recent corn feed, as those proceeds will benefit community, youth, and veteran activities through the community. Good luck, Burros, from everyone at the Hillsboro Vets Club.
We buy insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Back here in Central Valley, as we are wrapping things up, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity to give our Enbridge Player of the Game. Work has begun to replace Line 3, and keeping everyone safe is Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because we all want everyone to home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Our Enbridge Player of the Game is going to go to Paige Bishop, the libero. She was able to get things going early, on in the service area as she closes the night with 7 service points and a kill to her name, and definitely was the spark was a spark towards the end of set number 2 that the Burros needed to close that one out. And with that, she is our Enbridge Player of the Game. We'll take another break. When we come back, we will have your Halstead telephone post-game connection and more here on yourliveevent.com.
Doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Back here in Central Valley, as we are wrapping things up here, we'll go ahead and give you your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Excuse me. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. Visit Halstead Telephone Company at their website at halsteadtel.com. And the post-game connection is going to go for the entire Burros squad in the service area. Several players with over 6 service points on the night, as they just were able to take control of the game and not let it go. Matea Aarons, Maddie Olson, Stella Benson, Sydney Wolf, and Paige Bishop all in the night with over 6 service points, and that is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Moving on, we have your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprises at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises. Visit their website at rdkenterprisesplanterdoc.com. And our precision player of the game is going to go to Sydney Culp, who she ends the night with 9 kills, tying the amount she put up last night against Thompson. And she'll also end the night with 12 service points in the game. She was as precise as you can be, and definitely more. Give you some final stats here as we are wrapping things up. To give you the final stats for the Polar Bears, Bethany Holter ends the night with 6 service points, 2 kills. Carly Petrin ends the night with 2 kills. Mercedes Hoverson has 1 kill on the night, and Madeline Hoverson ends the night with 5 service points, 3 kills. Addie Larson ends the night with 1 kill, and Sadie Ahmet, has 1 assist. For Hillsboro Central Valley on the other side, Olivia Anderson ends the night with 2 kills. Molly Smeldon ends the night with 1 service point, 1 kill, and 2 assists. Krista Ackerman ends the night with 6 kills and a block. Hannah Kosmatka ends the night with 1 service point. Matea Ahrens will close out the night with 6 service points, 2 kills, and a block. Maddie Olson will end the night with 6 service points. Stella Benson will close out with 6 service points, 4 kills. Sydney Culp, as mentioned, had 12 service points and 9 kills, 2 blocks. And Tommy Trudell ends the night with 1 kill, and Paige Bishop closes out with 7 service points and a kill. For wrapping up here in Hillsboro Central Valley, we would like to thank all of our sponsors. Whenever possible, we ask that you show your thanks by patronizing these sponsors or just by calling to say thanks, because without these sponsors, broadcasts like these wouldn't be possible. I am Jerry Peralta here in Central Valley, and you can watch the recap game anywhere on a recap game on our YouTube page at yourliveevent.com, or visit the website at yourliveevent.com. Follow us on Twitter at yourliveevent1. And I am Jerry Peralta signing off. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in, and have a fantastic evening or fantastic night.